Okay, this looks like a fun day. Okay, let's get some boots on. I don't think the hens have come out yet. Let me, this needs to be plugged in and reconnected. What's going on here? There we go. Okay, yeah. Well, I got one came out. Ducks in the coop. Oh my gosh. Oh geez, there we go. Oh, looked like we had Mr. Fox through here last night. Yeah, he can't get anybody anymore. Yep. Yeah, he comes through, but he can't get anybody anymore. Let's figure out where I put that, where did I put that thing? Here it is. Oh, heavens. Let's see if we can get this over here. Oh man, I can't do this. Alright, that'll help in a minute. Yeah, that'll help in a minute. What? I'm coming. Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me get the shovel. They're all in there. They do not like the snow. Alright, where'd my shovel go? Alright, here we go. It's nice out today. I don't know what it is, the temperature wise, but yeah, I got my shorts on again, so I was out on the front porch, or front porch last night watching the snow. It looked like we got, I don't know, how much is that? 3 to 4 inches. Not too much. Alright, let me go get these guys out. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what was going to happen if I, yeah, look at all this fox, man. Yeah, little sucker comes through the yard every night. I still may put a trap right here. Try to catch him because I'm about done with him. He's just coming through, but he can't get to the hens anymore. Or the duck. Nope. No more. He can't get into the coop. And I don't see any prints in here. None at all. Yeah, so he's not getting in here. Alright, I gotta get this shoveled off for them. Because they hate the snow. Hate it. Alright guys, come on out. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. There you go. Good job. Good job. There you go. Okay. We got the chain gang going. Yep. Yep. There we go. Okay, we got a little quacker coming too. Not yet. All right, come on, quacker. Come on. There you go. There's Miss Ruth. There's the quacker. There she's quacking. Well, then come on out. She does it every morning. Probably because I'm standing here, she won't come out. All right, girls, I'll get you some feed in a minute here. Give me a second. Let's just see if the quacker comes out. Let's just see if the quacker comes out. Oh, heavens. There she comes. There she comes. There she comes. Miss Quack America. Yep, she's a-coming. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. You can do it. Yeah, I gotta get these girls some food. There she goes. Finally. Oh, had a little slip there. All right, come on in. Come on in. I'm not bothering you. Well, she did it. Now she won't go in. So every night, I was put her into the back, opening the big back door. So what I started doing was just putting her on the ramp and open the little door there and then let her walk in at least 2 or 3 feet and kind of shushed her in, and that did help some. Yeah, so at least for now, she's doing all right. She's just becoming a chicken, I guess. I gotta get these girls some feed in here. But we'll see. If I can find her a place, I will. But she hangs out with Emma there. Those two kind of hang out together. Emma puts up with her, but... So yeah, that's good. Let me get out of here without disturbing them. Get some food for them. But yeah, we've gotten a good amount of snow this year in Maryland. Well, for us. That's just what I'll say for us. Alright, that's starting to get liquefied there. Okay. They can eat some of that. Get some of this out of here for them. They can eat some more of that. Get some more. What, redheads? What, redheads? What? Huh? Well, that's my morning routine from now on. Not in the snow, though. They just come out by themselves. Or in the snow, they don't come out. Obviously, I had to clear this. But if there's no snow, they just come right out. Alright, let me get them some food. Yeah, they don't like the snow, but whatever. At least they're getting used to it this year. Later this year, they're not going to like it so much. But Maine hasn't gotten as much snow as they normally do, but they're starting to pick up some, it seems like. I'm just keeping track of it out there. Still filling out paperwork that I thought I was all done for my loan, so we had to look into filing an extension because the original closing date was supposed to be at the end of the week, but on the 14th, but it isn't going to happen. So we just needed to make sure we had a paper signed, and they said it was fine. They understand. It takes a while. I thought this home equity loan would be quicker, but it just seems to be taking forever. And I'm trying to keep on top of the paperwork, and yeah, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. They're saying it could be up to 45 to 55 days, and I'm just like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I bank with that bank. I have direct deposit with that bank. 8 years. Still asking me for paperwork. Makes no sense to me. Yeah, the redheads are going in to lay eggs in the morning. They usually lay first, and then the duck starts quacking because she can't find them. And she has to have all 8 of them around her or she starts quacking. My new normal. Here they all go. Yeah, the Leghorn, the ISA Browns, right in the morning like clockwork, they're going to be in there laying. Which is good. Yeah, my egg production has been really great. I mean, I pulled out 8 eggs the other day. It was from the night before, and then early morning I pulled them out. So I've been doing real well on eggs. No issues. Yep. Let's get some food here for them. Oh, man. They, started filling up their container again. So when I left, you know, to always have several days of feed in there. Holds like 2 quarts or something of food, I think. Or, I don't know. But, yep. Pain to get off. This one filled. Let's get into it. Yeah, I'm not sure if the duck can eat out of that. I think she can. That's why I put some other food out here. But the hens eat out of that just fine. Yep. Oh, sorry about the sniffles. It's cold. I'm still coughing. Man, after 2.5 weeks, I can't believe it. Still coughing. Man, that was probably the toughest flu I've been through. I was thinking about steps that I was taking on my journey to moving to Maine and homesteading, and And I was thinking about where that all started. And it's been a long time since that all started. Yep, I don't have much of those. Yeah, get some. I got plenty of scratch. They love these things. Nice, Ruth. Yeah, Ruth always picks on Benny. Of course, all the other hens pick on her, so. Come on, Benny. Get some of those mealworms. There we go. And then get over to the water. Not too much trouble. And I was thinking, with any journey, you take your first step. And ironically, my first step was, 9 years ago, 10 years ago, I was in Spokane. We were talking about moving back to Maryland. My ex was not well at the time. She wanted to be closer to family, and I said, yeah, that makes sense. So I asked my company at the time if they could move me back to Maryland, to our Maine headquarters, and they said yes, because it happened that the reason I moved out there was for a new startup that my company had purchased that sold a particular type of networking gear that another big company really wanted to use, but they didn't want to back the smaller company. They wanted to back a bigger company, so they sent me out there to look at all the systems and look at their Linux systems and look at all their Blade systems and Windows systems, just to make sure that we could connect them to our network and all. So I did that. But then after we were there 8 years, we were, thinking about moving back, and that office out there was going to close. So I closed it down, and then we moved back to Maryland. But when I was out there, I started thinking about moving to Maine. That was the first time, about 9 to 10 years ago, I started thinking about it. And I just started looking at the map of Maine, And I was looking all at the bottom, and I knew it would be a little more congested down there. And I started coming up 95, and I hit Lincoln and Holton, and then right above Holton there was a little place called Littleton. And I just thought it was a quaint name, and Littleton. I just thought, oh, that's got to be the place. So after we moved back to Maryland, I think I was here about a year, and I just thought that's when I decided, that was about 7 years ago, to drive up to Maine. So those were my first two steps. I started thinking about it, and then I drove up to take a look at, what was up there at Littleton. And I remember getting into Maine, and it was so hot in Maryland that day and so muggy. But as soon as I got into Maine, I remember pulling over at the rest stop there, and it says, welcoming you into Maine, and the way it should be, and it was just awesome. And the humidity was way low, and I was like, man, this is nice. It reminded me of Spokane, and I drove up to Littleton, past Lincoln, past Holton, up to Littleton, and drove around, stayed at a hotel, and that was my first two steps. Started thinking about it, and I took a drive up. Yep, my first two steps. So my next two steps happened about 4 years ago. So I drove up to Maine. I looked around. I really liked it. But then a couple more years went by. Ironically, I ended up losing my job at the place that I came back to Maryland. They started cutting people for like 2 years, really, the higher level IT. And then within the second year, I got caught up into that. So, but they gave me a great severance package and all, and I had plenty of money, and by the grace of God, I found a new job at the state of Maryland, which was nice. And I met a man named Steve, and didn't realize he was going to then become a very good mentor to me and started teaching me things. And that's where I started thinking about Maine again. And my next step was, he was preparing for retirement. He was going to retire early at 57, and he had it all planned out. I mean, everything to the nth degree. And he was explaining to me how he'd been doing this for years, planning this. And that was about 4 years ago. I started planning my move. And I knew the first thing I had to do was start paying down debt. And that's what he kept saying, paying down the debt, getting it gone, and then start saving money. And that's what I did. So that was my, fortunate to meet him and to be mentored by him in IT. And then that was my third and fourth step. Started thinking about my financing. I mean, just really thinking about it hard. And paid off my travel trailer. So I tried to find the smallest debt that I had. I only had like a couple thousand left on the travel trailer, so I paid that off. And then I started moving that money that I would pay each month into my car payment and a credit card that I had. And then I paid my car off. And then I paid my credit card off. And then I started saving, and I got to over 15,000, and then I started thinking, okay, I think I'm ready to get back up to Maine and start looking at properties. So that's what I did. I think that's my fourth or fifth step. I started going back up to Maine and looking at properties again. But I didn't know if I just wanted a piece of property or... Benny! Enough! She's crazy. So I didn't know if I just wanted a cabin. Benny! Enough! Yeah, this is the mess I'm going through. I don't know if she's looking for Jet or if she's just mad that I'm out here, or... Oh, they all went into the... That's what it is. They all went in there. And she doesn't know how to get in there. So she just calls for them. Great. So now I'm gonna have... She doesn't know how to get back in there, so she just calls for them. So this is great. All day long I'm going to have to hear this crap. I'm not happy about this, and I'm not happy for my neighbors. She doesn't know how to get up the ramp, and... Anywho. So I started, like I said, I started looking. I was on step 5 then, going up there. I made several trips. And then eventually I figured out that I really didn't want a cabin because I couldn't find any that I really liked. And I just didn't want anybody else's, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but junk. Some of it was just not very good. And some of it was nice, but wasn't in a good spot. So she's just, I wish she could, I've been praying she'll figure out how to walk up there, but she doesn't seem to know how. So I eventually found a piece of land, and that was, I don't know what step I'm on now, 5, 6, 7, but 8, I don't even know, but that's just some of the steps that I was taking to get to where, you know, I am now, where I have put a bid on a piece of property. Luckily, I met some really great people up in Maine. In the one road that I'm going to live on, I know I've met a lot of the neighbors because I almost bought another property on that road, but it fell through. And actually, I think I'm in contact with a guy who bought the land, so... Excuse me. So, and he's really enjoying that piece of land, so I'm glad. I'm happy for him. I liked it a lot, but the new piece that I have, I like a little more, so worked out great. So what a blessing. Okay, they're coming. Yeah, she needs to be around them at all time now, so. It's like I was saying, I found a piece of land, I put a contract on it, been having some issues for that, so I don't know what step I'm on, 7, 8, 9, 10 now, but I decided probably about a year ago that it was just going to take as long as it took. I wasn't going to rush it no matter how many people told me, just buy something. No, that ain't doing that. And I eventually knew a right piece would come up. And I eventually knew I'd figure out if I wanted to just buy a piece of land and homestead it myself and figure it out, or if I wanted to buy a cabin. And no cabins really, none of them really. A couple I did not get to go see, but I really would have liked to. It had a cabin on it that was new. I did get to look at one, but it was just really situated in an odd spot, so. But, okay. So guys, all I realize is it's all about little steps that I gotta keep making to get to where I need to be. And that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking things through and planning my next step. And right now, as far as I can see, is getting all the paperwork signed for the land, getting it paid for, all the title stuff, making it mine. I'm hoping to rent a truck and get my travel trailer up there the same day I sign the paperwork. I got to think about getting the snow plowed out of the driveway and then getting my travel trailer up there. And that's kind of where I'm thinking now. You know, there's a Bible verse that says, the mind of man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. And I've always taken a lot of comfort in that. I may not know all my steps, but God does. So that's just where I am right now. Just taking steps. So, guys, I hope you're on your own journey. And just take that first step. And don't let anybody tell you you're too old, you can't do it. Just don't think about that stuff. That's not, life is short. And your dreams won't chase you back. But we can take steps each day. And even if you don't complete the journey, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of value and fun just along the way. So guys, thank you so much for my new subscribers. Thank you for all the new comments. I really appreciate them. Some of them are very, very helpful. Thank you. Guys, I hope, I pray you're happy and healthy. Take care, guys, and God bless.